Hi, welcome along to Arsenal Fan TV, and this is the aftermath. Hi, and welcome along to the aftermath show in association with Mondo Goals, and the less said about my Mondo Goals team this week, the better. I'll tell you what, I was all over the place. Some of the players that I picked, they didn't have a good game. The less said about it, the better. And you know what? A player that I've been picking a lot is Balassi. Every week I've been putting Balassi in my team. The one week I leave him out, he goes and scores a hat-trick. I mean, but anyway, don't forget you get your Mondo Goals team in each and every week. It's great to play, and the details are in the link below. But anyway, let's get into the game. Massive win for Arsenal at the weekend, beating Burnley 1-0. It was a really tight, scrappy game. We got off to a good start. We was looking pretty free-flowing, but then after that, Burnley, you know, they're a really hard-working team. They closed us down. Typical team just fighting for their lives, you know what I mean? They really gave us a tough physical game. They really lumped the ball up a lot into the air, tried to depend on lots of knockdowns, and players like Per Mertesacker and Coquelin must have had a headache at the end of that game, the amount of headers that they had to win in that game. But they coped with it very well. And Francis Coquelin, yet again, was the star of the show in that midfield, just keeping everything locked down, covering just in front of those defenders. And we saw teams use that sort of tactics earlier on in the season and get quite a lot of success against Arsenal. But with Coquelin in there, he just adds that extra insurance, that extra security. And he had a brilliant game. Brilliant game, broke up the play, lots of great tackles. And then as soon as he broke it up, distributes it to either Santi Cazorla, Ozil, one of those guys, for them to get forward. And it was a very good performance in the context of the game, in that Arsenal were never really under serious threat from Burnley. Even though Burnley had a lot of the ball, as I said, and were trying to attack, they never really had us under serious problems. There wasn't loads of goalmouth scrambles and stuff like that. And we should really have scored more goals in the game and probably have won the game more comfortably. But nevertheless, a good win by Arsenal. Let's see what you guys had to say about the game. And I think a lot of you reflecting the fact that you thought it was a good performance in that context from Arsenal. Matt Guna says, it's not impossible, but I feel the league is already won, and yesterday's performance was average, but a win is a win. And of course, the league now with Chelsea, yet again, there's some sort of conspiracy going on. I mean, last week against Stoke, the goalkeeper just rolls the ball. It's 1-1. He rolls the ball out, gives it straight to Hazard. They go and score. Same thing again with Robert Green. They've hanged on for all that time, and he just... I don't understand professional footballers. I mean, has Roman had a little hand in things? I'll tell you, this is crazy. Listen, J. Alexis Ozil says... good win, very disciplined performance. Coquelin, amazing again. The title is gone. Let's focus on staying second and retaining the cup. Randall Jordan says, slight possibility of winning the league. Yesterday's ball movement was excellent, a joy to watch. Though Burnley played very hard and we never really looked bothered. That's I'd go along with that. Nico said, there's no way that we will win the league now. And he's probably right. Second place in the FA Cup is a must. Now, you know what? We did an interview with Lethal Bizzle, the recording artist, got this great tune out, his Festa Skank tune. But we did an interview with him. We were talking to him about Arsenal, and he said in that interview that he felt that second place in the FA Cup would be progress. That'd be a good season. And I was looking at some people saying, oh, what are you talking about? You know, this is not good enough. And listen, it's not a given that Arsenal are going to win the league. The one good thing is that, all right, we left it too late. We had a bad start to the season, but we are challenging. mathematically a chance. So we were challenging to try and win the title and not just get in the top 4. And also we've got a very good chance of winning a trophy this season. Now, that will still be a good season for me. It is progress. That is progress, because if last year we just scraped 4th and we won the FA Cup, and if we was to win the FA Cup this year and finish 2nd or even 3rd, that is progress. We've done better than the previous year, and we're starting to show that we can challenge for the league. Next one was David Taylor says, wasn't a convincing performance. We showed resilience. In recent years, we would have dropped points in games like this. Recently in the season, we would have dropped points in a game like that. And I noticed that a lot of players were not going gun-ho. I was talking to Mo about this when he was driving home from the game. He was complaining that he felt that Hector Bellerin should have been bombing down that wing and getting forward more. But Bellerin, to me, looked like he was playing a more disciplined game, where he was thinking to himself, I don't want to lose the ball in this position because there's nobody backing me up and they could counter on us. And you know what? Sometimes that's a good thing to do. Maybe he was a bit overcautious at times, but I like the discipline that the team showed. James says, showed very bright spots, especially Ozil. Did what we needed to do and defended well. All we can do is keep on winning. Maya San Arsenal says, very scrappy win, but in recent years, Arsenal would have lost and drawn that game. We're showing real progress this year. Captain Happy says, mathematically, we can win the league, but realistically, we've got no chance. We shouldn't keep going on about it, as it just builds false hope. You know, we can always dream. We're dreaming, man. We know that Chelsea, they're going to grind it out. They're going to get it. You know, Mourinho is the type of manager that doesn't really care what style he wins it in, just as long as he wins it. But listen, I'm sure that Chelsea will probably win it. But let's try and finish as high up as we possibly can. Dewi Saputra says Burnley game will be similar to the Reading game next week. We should break quickly and seal the win in the first half. And Guna76 A.F.C. says, can only take it game by game and hope that Chelsea wobble. As I said, I think the league, league's done and dusted. With Chelsea beating Queen's Park Rangers, I think they only need to win 3 games, draw 2. They'll do that, to be honest. But listen, we're doing the right thing. We're putting pressure on them. We're keeping on winning and just sort of saying to them, listen, if you slip up, we're there. We're there. And it was a vital win, especially with Manchester United having that big win over Manchester City. It was a vital win. And how must players like Bakary Sagna now be feeling? Left Arsenal to go and sit on the bench at Manchester City, and now they're struggling to get 4th, and got no chance of winning any trophies. The team's in a bit of turmoil. New manager might come in and want to ship a load of them out. It's not always greener on the other side, Bakary. Not always greener. And of course, we look forward to the FA Cup semi-final against Reading. Really, really looking forward to it. Big game for Arsenal. We're going there. Of course, all the expectations is that we're going to just walk it and go through. It doesn't happen like that in semi-finals. Remember last year against Wigan, it was a very tight game. It might be the same again this time around. The one good thing is that we've got the experience of playing at Wembley, played at Wembley now 3 times in the sort of like last 12 months. So we know what it's like. Reading will be very nervous, but they've got nothing to lose. We can't be complacent in that game. Remember the Monaco game, that first leg where the fans turned up thinking it was just a cakewalk. So did the players, and we got a big shock. I hope that that's in the mind of every player when we go into that Reading game. Let's be professional, let's beat them, and let's get into the final. Kick back the next day and see who comes through between Villa and Liverpool. But great opportunity this year for Arsenal to win some silverware. And I'm wearing the commemorative T-shirt here. Remember, if you haven't got yours, they're flying out, by the way. You need to get your order in ASAP if you want to get one of these in time for the weekend. So thanks for watching Arsenal Fan TV. Don't forget to enter your Mondo Gold team. The links are below. I hope your team is a bit better than my teams have been in the recent weeks. Probably it's not best to follow what I put, but I will try and do better with my team this week. But the links are below. Thanks for watching Arsenal Fan TV. Thanks for subscribing to us here on Arsenal Fan TV, and looking forward to that semi-final.